How the heck are everybody? I am Fastidious. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a hero guide on none other than Krodor, the fusion, the first ever traditional limited event fusion we ever had in Launcher of Realms. If you look at that, I waited till the exact last moment. We got 10 hours and 11 minutes left. I wanted to make sure I had all my ducks in a row. I was ready to film. We're ready to do it now. I've got all my Dragas. I just unlocked all of them, I guess except for this one. She's equipped with gear. I just took the gear off.
Hold on 1 second, view is just a minor stun lock.
A few moments later.
Okay, all my Dragas are unlocked. There's no gear, no artifacts. There we go. Let's fuse ourselves a Krodor. I will say I love that this does not cost gold. I don't care. I've got plenty of gold, but I just, especially for new players and free-to-play players that need to go for these fusions, you don't want to lose like 1 million gold like you do in some other games. You know what I'm talking about. So let's fuse the boy. And let's go over. This is going to be a pretty fun guide. So if you want to see Krodor being a big defense-based damage dealer, that will be a different video. If you want that, let me know in the comments. This is going to be using Krodor as I see him best used, and that is as a big wall to block a bunch of stuff. So there we go. That is my brand new Krodor. We'll build him about halfway through this video. We're going to take him into the Tank Codex, the Hellfire Emperor inside of Immortal Codex, and really put this guy to use. But for now, let's talk about the hero himself and really break him down. So what I could do is I could go over here, sort by North Throne, sort by Defenders, click on Krodor, and show him to you, right? That'd be pretty cool. You know what'd be cooler? This. Alrighty, I thought this was a bit cooler. I think in the future I'm always going to do hero guides featuring the hero on my website. I think it looks pretty beautiful, and it's a really easy way to intro you to the hero. We have these amazing descriptions written by the fabulous Pink Jesus, such a brilliant writer. And also, we have these amazing stat comparisons, both to the class and overall with all the heroes in the game. It's just a great way for me. It's a great resource, you know, but also a great resource for me to show off the heroes and teach you guys, hopefully, a thing or two. So here's Krodor. He is a North Throne hero, single faction membership. He's a defender. He does normal physical type damage, and he is a legendary. So what's the description? Built to hold the line with great base stats, a nice talent, and both a damage reduction and damage increase based on adjacent allies. He's a solid tank before you even consider his ultimate, giving him 2 additional block, and that's where he's going to be hugely featured in this video. It makes him decidedly S+ tier for the Tank Codex, and a chunk more defense. It's a pretty solid chunk, and defense is really good for him. His damage also scales off his defense, giving him some great damage potential. If Olog is the shield, Krodor is the wall. I kind of think he's the door. Crow the door, right? Hold the door, Krodor the door? I don't know. Game of Thrones.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
There you go. Here we go, guys. Attack range, ultimate attack range, nothing changes there. If you look over here, enormous stats, right? So for health, he ranks as the #1 defender in the whole game for his health pool. I think in general, he's only behind, certainly Abomination is #1. That's Abomination over here at 30,500. And then I think Elder is at least the same as Krodor, if not a little higher, but I think he's the 3rd highest health in the game. I might be wrong. If I am, frickin' toast me in the comments, baby. But look at these stats. They're pretty wild. Attack doesn't matter. I will say, if people don't know, heroes in the game whose damage is based off defense, defenders whose damage is based off of defense, attack does help. Does it help much? Not at all. Very, very little. But technically, it is not an irrelevant stat. So 3K, whatever, we don't care. What matters is pretty high defense, not insanely high. Gone is #1 over here at 4205. But you can see really, really nice health. He's the best there is, so that's tankiness. Very solid defense, you know, coming up towards 4,000, nearly 3,900. He's got some solid magic resist, and he's coming at the typical cost, not the crazy cost we see on some, but the typical cost of a legendary defender. So it's not like Aurum or Torador, one of those really expensive boys. He's coming in at a very solid, very manageable 19 cost. He's got a base block of 3. You know, the highest base block in the game of Avalon, that's at 4, but this is the standard revival time. Attack interval, just a basic one. And then rage regen auto, you can see 14, very standard for a defender. What matters the most here with Krodor is just having an enormous stat pool to draw from that synergizes really well in his kit. So what is that kit? Let's go over to skills now. You can see he's got a talent, damage scales off of defense, increases defense by 2% for 20 seconds each time taking damage. It caps at 20% defense. So if within 20 seconds he takes damage 10 times, you can keep those stacks up and have a near permanent 20% defense boost. So something like Tank Codex he's going to get that, and that's pretty awesome. Hellfire Emperor, you're going to hear me talk about that a lot. Now, his ultimate, Iron Defense, increases block by 2 and defense by 70%. 70% is no joke. This effect lasts 15 seconds. Eventually, guys, I'll tell you, we're going to have, it's going to take us a little while, but we're going to have it that you can just select the levels, and the website will update them. Right now, not an option. That takes a lot of functionality we have not yet installed. But you can see the defense boost can go up to 100%, and the effect duration can go up to 20. The cost base is at 1,000. It goes down to 900. I think it's kind of nice to see these different ranges, though, because not everybody's going to max skill a hero like this. Just a straight-up hold-the-door kind of defender. Now, his basic is just a physical attack, 100% damage, goes up to 120%. Now, passive number 1. If this could trigger more often than just once a battle, or once per deployment, I should say, it would be amazing. Like, if there was like a 1-minute cooldown, like a 60-second cooldown. Otherwise, it's just solid. So, what is it? Once HP drops below 30%, immediately enters a state of anger, bellows at up to 10 enemies ahead, and inflicts attack reduction on them. Look at that, up to. We're still in beta, baby. We still gotta find the typos and the little spaces to add. The next 5 basic attacks change into striking at most, so a big AoE, 10 enemies ahead AoE, dealing 150% AoE damage and inflicting stun. The ultimate duration is not available during the stage. The effects can only be triggered 1 time per deployment. So, you know, if he comes off the battle, he dies, or you retreat him, then you do it, you can get it again, but it's just going to be the 1 time. That being said, crazy AoE, crazy stuns, it's really cool. You can get this basic attack count up to 12, and you can get the damage up to, oh my god, so quick mass, another 90%, so 240%. It is a very cool passive. And then we've got Unity Strength. Based on the number of adjacent allies, increases physical damage reduction and damage dealt. This effect reaches a maximum of 12% when there are 3 allies in range. So that's 3 allies in the squares around him, the tiles around him. The max increases can all go up by another 12%. Pretty nice stuff. So instead of being a 12 base, it's going to be up to 24, and that's going to be both the reduction and the damage dealt. It's very cool. He's got a very, very nice kit. The key thing really is going to be, during this ultimate, increasing the block by 2, combined with the really nice stats. He's a tanky boy, and now he can tank even more units. If you put a Bastion ring on him, formerly known as Olog's Wall, like you guys might think to do, that makes his base block not 3, but 4. Throw in these 2 extra blocks, now you've got 6. For something like Tank Codex, which is really just block codex, that is tremendous. Really good for a lot of other things. You could find usability in other codexes like Conqueror if you just need to block units to protect your Cerberus or something. He's not going to be a top choice, but he could work. Certainly really good in Gear A2. Really good in Void Rift, more for the fact that he deals a little damage, has a little crowd control, and has great base stats. But really where I want to highlight him today is going to be the Tank Codex. Very quickly now, let's do Awakenings, and then I'll be able to show you our tier ratings, which are very, very nice. So, the Awakenings now. At Awaken level 1, got to get numbers next to this, so I'll put that on the list as well. We are beta-ing, baby. This is rough. When gaining shields, shield strength increases by 20%. That is nice. It works really well with his faction. You know, he doesn't put out shields, but he's always being given shields by other Northerners and then the Northern Lords, of course. Plus 200 defense. You wish it was a bit more, but hey, this is going to help with his tankiness, his damage mitigation, and of course his damage that he deals, because his damage is dealt off defense. During the State of Anger, this is Awaken level 3, basic attack restores an additional 50 rage. This one's kind of huge. I don't know how you're getting an A3 Krodor right now. I guess if you wait 3 more years, maybe there'll be 3 more fusions. I don't think you're soulstoning this guy. A4, all damage reduction plus 8%, completely typical of our legendary tanks. Then finally, at A5, the State of Anger has a cooldown of 60 seconds. So, pretty cool stuff. That's kind of what I was speaking to before, the State of Anger being that passive that is so cool about him. It's talking about what goes on here with the Braveheart. So it's not just a once per deployment kind of thing. As it stands now, I think he's really solid, and I think where we are about to demo him right now in the Hellfire Emperor Codex, he's really going to shine. Alrighty guys, here's my level 1 0 promotion 5-star Krodor. Let's change that. Let me get this guy built up really quickly. All right, that is much better. You can see already 22.2k with literally nothing on the boy. Let's go to skill ups now. I actually just bought some skill dust from the arena shop to make sure I have enough. We're not going to get any crystals into him, but we're going to dust him up to the best of our ability. So let's see what we can't do. I guess if we need it to last someplace, it's obviously going to be getting level 3 on the ultimate. This lasting an extra 5 seconds, a full 20 seconds, is enormous. You know, if all 4, you know, we're going to get 6. If you don't know, for legendary heroes, you can do 6 skill ups with just dust. If we could get 6, I hope I have enough dust. If we could get, of those 6, 4 of them to land here, so we get the minus 100, that would be amazing. But otherwise, let's really try to get level 3. So we'll have to be a little lucky, but let's see. Let's quick click. All right, straight into the L, baby. Just need 1 more. 5 more chances. 1 more. Oh, don't break my heart. Don't break my heart. Not like this. Come on now. Oh my God, they're gonna break my heart. There we go. How lovely. We will do our last one, but that's really what we wanted to see. Kind of huge. If you guys want to know how bad this can all go, I will show you my Reeve really quickly. If you just want to see something just truly and utterly heartbreaking, having nothing to do with the guide, but just so I can whine about it, I finally hit his ultimate for the first time. Reeve is unique. You only need to hit his ult once to get it to the lowest possible skill cost, down from 1100 to 900, and I landed 4 here, 4 here, and 3 here. Then I finally hit the ultimate. So for perspective, 4 plus 4 plus 3, 11 skill ups missed before I finally got that minus 200. At this point, I might just max skill him. Totally heartbreaking stuff. Krodor, though, that was pretty dang smooth, so thank you, sir. Let's go back to the boy now, and let's build him up, huh? So now we've got the skill ups landing where we wanted to. We got level 3 on the ultimate. I think that's pretty dang key. We've got him full promo. We've got him with all the little level 60s, all the XP we needed. I was frickin' prepared for this. I waited a while, but I was prepared. So let's go into gearing. I'm going to give him the best tank build I can possibly give him. So this is not for focusing on his defense and damage scaling off of that and putting out DPS. We want him to be an immovable object, all right? So for his gear set, if you're going for tankiness, there's nothing better unless you're getting some of the really new amazing sets, but not speaking of the stuff you can get from the gear dungeon from Gear Aid 4 of our traditional sets. I don't have enough to build any of that set yet. We are doing Guardian, right? Actually, I'll just quickly tell you. Tempered Will, a brilliant choice, right? Can I click on what it does here? No, and I don't think I have any to show you, unfortunately. Do I have any over here? Oh, yes, here. So Tempered Will, there you go. Damage reduction plus 15%. Brilliant. So kind of just a souped up version, right? So damage taken minus 15%. It's kind of the same thing. Damage reduction plus 15%. But then for each enemy blocked, increases defense by 5%, stacking up to 4 times. This would be his best in slot. Not an option for me, right? This is a pretty solid piece, though. No HP bonus, but at least it was defense main. That's why I locked it and held on to it. But that's the only one I've got on my whole account. Oh, no, I've got one other hiding over here. And it is HP bonus, so not too shabby. Not too good either, though. So we're going to rock the Guardian set. Another decent choice as well, of course, would be Unshaken Will. I don't even know if I have a single piece of this to show you. So here I can demonstrate Unshaken Will. When deployed, HP plus 20%. When attacked, recovers 5% max HP. Triggers up to 1 time every 5 seconds. Where I think that Tempered Will over here is probably his best set for general content. This actually might be his just straight up best set for specifically the Hellfire Emperor, where a lot of people are going to use him the most. You see over here, he's going to get more HP recovery, so we'll give him Sustain. And HP is kind of be king, because we're going to be leaning on King Hearts for the comp I'm going to run to be getting shields. Also, HP is just generally king in this game. I just got rated. Big shout out to Jacobo. If you're a Spanish language speaker or you just love great Watch of Realms content, definitely go check him out. But yeah, on with the guide. We have to focus now. So with Krodor, we're going to go Guardian, because I got to use what I got to use. And we'll go through. It might come close to just doing a swap with what I just had on Hearts. That was from a Tide push I did the other day. But I think most important, let's just build it from scratch so you can see my thinking. It's going to be pretty straightforward. You go to Guardian. We're going to want HP bonus main on every single thing. Then we're hunting for defense bonus, then flat HP, and then flat defense. If you can get some Rage Regen, it'd be really nice to help cycle that ult so we can use those blocks when we need it. But specifically for what we're going to do with Tank Codex, I think even no max skill ups into his ult, getting that minus 200 that you can knock off, only minus 100, I think we can totally get away with it as long as we have nice timings, which I very much intend to have. So let's go over here to Guardian, we do HP bonus, and then defense bonus, and let's see what we're working with. So yeah, this piece from Hearts is pretty good, right? We got the HP bonus main, nice defense bonus roll, and then a little bit of flat defense. Going through, similar thing here, but not as good. Here we got flat HP, but no, and defense bonus, no flat defense, and less defense bonus. You get it. No flat D and less defense bonus. It's not up to snuff. Clearly, we're going to go with this piece from Hearts. Now, this is a piece I got from Gear Aid 4. Getting an Ancient Guardian was really, really cool for me. This one I'm definitely going to use. That big Rage Regen roll, whenever he gets attacked now, the Rage Regen based off of attacked, when he receives a damage and receives attacks, is going to be heightened, right? That's how the Rage Regen is going to scale. This is kind of a key piece for him. Just to show you other options, this one's solid, a nice flat HP roll with some defense bonus, not too high, but it's something. Similar thing here, we actually have all the tanky substats we wanted, but just not great rolls. This one I just got. Actually, we could roll this. I think we have an event live now anyway. Let's just see. Wow, okay, frickin' spice. We'll use this probably on someone else for the Tank Codex. Hey, we'll take it. We will take it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. We're fine. Let's use this one. Ragergen, please. All right, now we've got two other options. This is a nice 18% roll with some flat HP. And then this one, a big flat defense roll, a little bit of defense bonus, and some flat HP. It's always nice to compare, guys. He does have a lot of high base defense, so I'm almost certain I know how this one's going to shake out. See, 8% versus 18%. Could this big roll equal 10%? You can kind of do the math. No, but if it was a different kind of hero, right, that didn't have, 3,800, almost 3,900 defense, it might be better. So you can just quickly always check this. 2249. Let's throw this one on. 2352. It's actually pretty close, right? That's going to be the piece for us. Moving right along, definitely want to go Immortal Warrior for him in general because it's just a souped up version of Life Force, but you're also getting the plus 10% defense bonus. That's really sweet. So let's go like this. We want HP is still going to be our main thing. Then we'll do defense bonus. If you want to be really greedy going for tank stuff, you can get some flat defense and work from there. So let's see. This one's really nice. 21, 21, 185. Let's just click through to make sure we're not missing anything. 19, 18.5. You can see this is going to be the right piece. I've got some nice options though, and we will have to do tons of gearing for all our tanks. I won't do all that in this guide for him, but we'll show it off at the end. Here comes this piece from Broke here. And then here, definitely swap out that flat defense for some flat HP. So I'm going to go HP bonus, then flat HP, then defense bonus. So I think everything's already scaling pretty well. This piece is really nice. We actually have all the 4 kind of tank stats, the 2 bonus stats, and the 2 flat stats. This flat HP bonus roll kind of stinks, but I do love the piece in general. So let's see. Is anything going to compete? I don't think so. I think that's definitely the piece for us. This one is really nice. We could kind of compare. So there is a 2.5% difference in the HP bonus rolls, but this is way, 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 way more flat HP, right? We're talking about, what is this? Is it 1,450? Is that right? Did I do that math right? I think I did. So we can compare really quickly. So you can see here with the HP, I'm just going to go by that number. The defense feels like kind of a wash. It's very close. This one obviously will have slightly more. You can see 79703, and let's see. Look at that. 8406. So actually, you're paying attention to those flat stats does matter. Here's a little hidden flat stat tutorial. So all in all, quite a nice build, I think. 8.5, almost 8.6k defense, just about 110k, a little bit more HP, even with some Ragergen, 24%. I'm quite happy here. So I think he's going to be who I want to feature the most. I also think he's going to kind of be the key to my whole strat. It's not like I have Gone or Cyrus or something. So he's going to get my best build. I have a Promo 3 Bastion ring over here. So let's throw this one on. We're going to have a higher base stat contribution, as well as, a better effect. Increases physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction by 7% for every blocked unit. It only stacks up to 4 times, so we don't get the benefit of when he's blocking 6. But he's basically, whenever he's blocking, he's going to be blocking 4. So you're talking 28% reductions. That's really awesome. And then, of course, increasing the base block. So all in all, what does that final build look like? Let's head over here now that we have the artifact contribution. 8.5, almost 8.6k defense, and just over 114,000 HP, and then our 24% Ragergen. I'm really happy with this build. I'm really excited to take him into the Tank Codex, see what he's all about. Let me build out the rest of the team, and then I'll catch you in the Hellfire Emperor. All right, here we find ourselves in Soul Caden's realm, the Hellfire Emperor. We're doing some Tank Codex. I just geared up all of our tanks, so I'll show you the team I'm thinking of. As you can see, I've done no attempts since whenever this happened last time, was it 2 months ago or something? Things have really changed, right? I have Trusk now, I have Krodor now, I have Hearts now. If I wanted to, we could bring Reeve in. I've got an A1 Reeve. I still need to post that summoning video. That was crazy. We did do that live on Twitch, though. So here you go, guys. This is going to be a pretty cool team. You see, every single hero is bringing extra block except for Hearts, right? Krodor on his ultimate gets 2 extra block. Olag on his ultimate gets 1 extra block. Naturally, Avalyn has a base block of 4. She's really special for this codex. On the ultimate for Isolde, it's 1 extra block, and on Trusk, it's 1 extra block. Hearts is kind of huge because he's the legendary lord for this. He's bringing extra defense with his lord skill, right? Whenever they're shielded, and he provides shields to everybody, not just faction team members. It's better shields, 30% for faction team members, 15% for everybody else. But if you look here, everybody is North Throne except for Trusk. So this is very much what we're working with. I guess I can really quickly just take you through everyone's builds. We're not going to click through every single piece of gear, but you will see. So here we went broken set, but really, HP bonus. These have 10% higher main stats, so you can see lots of Immortal Warrior whenever we can get it. 107k with 8,300. Let's move right along. Now Krodor, you guys saw him already, but pretty juiced up build. I'll also say everybody is going to be wearing a Bastion Ring, +3, +16, skipping ahead here. Here we go, +10, +3, +3, +3, right? Pretty nice stuff. So going back to the heroes that we actually need to show off, let's go to Trusk. We went Guardian set here. We actually did 1 defense bonus main piece. I think that was here, just because I only had so much Guardian, and we were able to get a lot of HP elsewhere. He was the second hero we geared. 96,000, not incredible, but nearly 10k defense should be nice. We don't care about the damage. You can't really deal damage here. They just take damage when you block them. There's the +10 Bastion Ring. Let's go to Evelyn now. We wanted a pretty good build on her. You can see we got to 111k. She's got very high base HP, especially for an epic. She's got low base defense, but we'll get some extra defense from things in her kit. 5,500. And yeah, she's in a Bastion Ring. Nothing to speak of there. Here's a Bastion Ring. This is our Olog. We went Asclepius. This is a healer set, but keep in mind it gets +10% max HP. We don't have any of those new premium sets yet that I can build, but really nice rolls on everything. This piece especially is just really, really good. This one's really nice with the Rager Gen. We do want these ults. This is a piece of content we'll be using Olog's ult. You can see 89k, almost 90k, just less, so getting lower stats now. 8198. I think he'll be pretty tanky from his shields and all the stuff Hearts is bringing. And finally, Isolde. So a lot of people are saying, why not bring Broke here? Why not bring Reeve? I think there's arguments for both, but keep in mind, Isolde is bringing an extra block. Block increase, +1 from her ultimate, right? I did put some Soul Stones into her just now to bring her to 4. 5 we don't need. It's just for her basic attacks. That doesn't help us. But yeah, make sure she's max skilled, especially on that ultimate. There's the Bastion Ring. And all in all, she got the last Guardian set. We did our best. 90k, 5,200. We'll see what we can't do. Those are the builds, guys. Let's head in. I've just theory crafted in my head kind of where I want to put them in the map. I hope this works. I do think I've got a lot of pretty good gear. It's not crazy gear, but it's good gear. And a lot of Bastion Rings, a lot of Guardian sets. Hopefully this holds up. So this is what I'm thinking. This is going to be our side with the big boys. We're only going to do 2 guys. So we'll do Krodor here. That's 6 block. Then we've got Trusk here. That's 5 block. I'm speaking during the ultimates. Then Olog, I think, will be really tanky just because, his shields, Hearts shielding him. When he ults, that'll be 5 block. Then we'll put Isolde down here. That will be 5 block. Evelyn, just generally 5 block. And then Hearts in the middle. He's the least important, right? If this didn't work, I easily could switch Evelyn and Hearts. That's where I was kind of on the fence. I just feel like we want as much block up top as possible. So if you do the math right now, we've got 5, 5, 5, so it's 15. It's a lot. Here we've got 6 and we've got 5, so only 11. But maybe Hearts starts picking up the slack from the right side. This is where our better gear is as well, so I'm thinking these guys survive longer. If that doesn't work, I think very likely I will switch Hearts and Evelyn. Hearts can be pretty good because I got a nice build on him and he'll put out some freezes. He's not really skilled up, but we'll do our best. Beginning does not matter. I just got to get through this boss rush here. And yeah, I will say there's only so much you can do. Pink Jesus is telling me in the chat that we do want to place the blockers further forward. So that's something, yeah, normally I did do that in the first ever guide I made. Didn't see too much use for that here, but if it's going to help, to put these guys up here, it could be a good idea. Probably should actually trigger these blocks. I'm a little late now. Kind of a mess. We'll probably have to see how well we can do on the second attempt, but we do want an honest first shake. I don't anticipate we're going to be grinding this out for hours. There we go. But yeah, I think the earlier we got those blocks, the quicker we could get to the boss rush. But they should come back around fairly quickly. We don't need any blocks anytime soon at the beginning. No real reason to do it. There's not so many units that they're sending out. Yeah, the enemies die faster if they're blocked sooner. It's a very good point people are making in the chat, so quite open to that, no question. No reason not to do a quick block now then. Looking pretty good. No reason to use the guys at the bottom until we absolutely need to. But you can see we're in solid control. Hearts helping a ton whenever this thing comes around and he does that big shield. There's obviously a lot of nuance to this codex, but it kind of also is like put your heroes down and let it happen. And I'm not going to any in-depth crazy strategy here. Let's just keep an eye on Krodor over here and just really see how good a job the guy can do. All right, let's wait till there's about 6 guys there. Let's trigger. Let's trigger with Olog as well. Let's see. Let's throw on 1x here, see how many of these guys are going to squeak through. No reason not to trigger Trust now. Go up to 5 block. And it's very well handled on the left. So pretty sweet stuff. And still no squeakers. So somehow Isolde's picking up this block. It's an interesting thing. It seems like this middle square can be blocked by both, from what I can tell. I noticed this when I did a takeover the other day as well. Let's throw it on 2x. And look at Krodor. I mean, really taking very little damage, very tanky. Hearts is an amazing pairing for him. This is a very nice team, obviously, right? Let's see. I will wait for the next round. We're at B+ already. I can move my head slightly. I wanted to make sure I wasn't in the way of the ultimates. I definitely would want to trigger Trusk here. I probably should have saved him for this moment. Let's see. Let's get some freezes out. This is a little tight. Let's trigger Isolde. I think she should pick one up from the side. And we did just make it. I actually didn't need to trigger Isolde, so there's a mistake. Or did I? Is this guy going to sweep through? No, exactly 4. But now it's getting tight. Now we definitely want to trigger. So let's focus Krodor on the right. Let's trigger him. Let's wait. All right, let's trigger Olag. Now the fight's ramping up for sure. We're sub 2 minutes. This is when it gets really hairy. But we're at A+. And everyone's looking really alive, really alive. One suggestion, I think it was Pink Jesus who had in the chat, is if we're going to stay alive very well and we don't need hearts, we could bring Reeve and put Reeve back here, and his stuns should buy us tons and tons of time. Or we could put Avalon there and put Reeve in this middle square. But all in all, you can see we're weaker on the right just because of the less quantity. But we are making it. We're definitely making it right now. Note, we can sit on all these ults at the bottom. At A+, just over a minute left. We're holding. Only Trusk is in danger, but he certainly is in danger. He just healed back up really nicely passively. We're definitely going to have to trigger his ultimate as soon as possible when it comes, because he's going to get it. He gets a big defense boost on his ultimate. Yes, defense increase. It's not telling you, but I think it scales up when you skill him. I think the base is at least 70. All right, let's trigger him. Hopefully this is enough to hold on. Isolde, that's a lot coming. How many are going to get through? I think we can hold. No, we can't. Let's trigger Hearts for some freezes. We definitely need to trigger Isolde. We do have Olag and Krodor ready on top for the next bunch. I think we're going to get our first squeaker right here. We do. Oh, we don't. Trusk dies, though, so everything's going to fall apart. So definitely might have to rethink that strategy slightly. But hey, first double S on our first try. I really would like to get top 100 in this codex. And you can see Krodor is doing a tremendous job. Let's trigger him right now. Let's trigger Olag as well. At this point, we can throw it back on 2x. We're just kind of praying and see how long these last guys can hold out. Certainly, I'm not going to be switching to Isolde as a Lord because Trusk needed all the help he could get from the shields. Isolde won't give the global shields to everybody. Only the Legendary Lord does that. Let's see. Can we get some freezes to buy ourselves some time? We're at SS+, so I might already get that triple S. Down goes Isolde, and now the whole thing's going to fall apart. I think a valiant first effort. Oh, there we go. We did get triple S. That's my first ever triple S here. I've obviously haven't tried it in a very long time, but that's pretty nice. Triple S on the first try. Very happy with the performance of Trusk. He did okay. I was going to say Krodor, though. You could really see how well, him and Trusk really were able to make that right side work all by themselves, and he did obviously a far better job. Trusk not having that Lord ability. Not too much we can show. Damage taken. It kind of is what it is. I'm going to take a moment to regroup, think how much I can improve this, but that is triple S. That is pretty cool, but the goal is very much top 100. So let's see, how far off are we? Let's go to the rankings now. Let's go all the way to the bottom. Who's my competition? Not far at all. So we're definitely going to snag that top 100. I'm going to take a moment to think strategy, maybe chat with the chat here on Twitch. Then I think we'll wrap this up with a top 100 finish. We're only 50K away. It's 49,998 away, right? Yeah, 49,998. We are right there. It's almost exact. Let's go get that 50K. Alrighty, thought it through. Attempt number 2. I've just switched the gear between Trusk and Krodor. So Krodor's down a bit. I also put the better Bastion ring on Trusk. You can see he was the one who was kind of taking a lot of water. I think that's going to be a pretty key change because he's not getting the full coverage of having Hearts as the Lord. He's not getting the full attribute boost. It kind of does even in the worst gear. It's going to highlight Krodor even more because he did such a brilliant job already. He really was the best member of my team, besides maybe Hearts being the Legendary Lord. Let's check the new stats now. So we're coming in at just under 100k HP, but 9,700 defense. And we are in the promo 0 Bastion ring at +10, as opposed to, the promo 3 at +16. All in all, I think this is pretty sweet. I'm going to make one more change. I tried Hearts in the middle. I think I want to put Avalon in the middle because then we'll have more of a shared extra block. Hearts obviously didn't have that. Hearts can provide some CC and tankiness on the left, with his freezes and his stats. But I think that's going to be where we settle. So let's head into this. I am about to sneeze. Can I make it? I think I can suck it up.
God bless you.
Get gritty. Let's go. And we're also going to put people further out. I liked that suggestion. So we'll do Krodor there. Then we'll do Olag here. Avalon in the middle. Let's do Hearts here. Let's do Trusk here. And let's do Isolde here. I think that looks really nice to me. The sooner we block them, the sooner they might die. We did the math. So you get a 10k for every one that dies. We're like basically exactly 50k less. So we need 5 more to go to tie. If we can get, there was from 84 to 100 in the top 100, they were tied. They all got the same score. So if we can get one more than those guys, we're leaped into the next range. I guess we come in at 83. Maybe that could hold us till the end of the event. I don't know. I don't know how much more often I'm going to push this. So top 100 would be pretty sweet. All right, let's go. Let's see. Throw us on 2x. We might fast forward through this beginning part. Okay, major time loss there because I triggered Krodor and Olag too early. I'm actually going to restart this. Let's definitely key in on what happened there. Because that guy snuck through, I had to wait till this last guy reached Trusk. It was a huge waste of time. So let's do that again, and let's do it a lot better. So I'll try to articulate what went wrong. Let's get everybody down. Okay, so Isolde can go here. Avalon in the middle. Let's get Krodor. Let's get Olag, Trusk, and Hearts. So yeah, basically we need to snag that other wave, but I triggered too early just as soon as they came up. That's not what we're going to want to do, because yeah, we want to get out of this boss rush as soon as possible. Who knows, maybe we pick off one extra at the end with Avalon or something like that. You never know. So let's wait. So this is what we want to do. Let's make sure we snag all these guys right at the right moment. And I think this should do it. Let's hold on. If just one of those guys drops, yeah, Krodor's got it now. We've got it all now. So you see, no one's getting through. Huge time save, so we don't have to worry about anyone else trickling through. Now we can really settle in. Here comes the boss rush. So here comes Avalon. She's got the 5 base with that Bastion ring, so we're kind of good. I'll say, guys, save your Bastion rings. I don't think it's possible to place really high. Maybe if you have Gun or something, but if you don't have like at least a base level Bastion ring on everybody. All right, as soon as we got this, let's trigger. Let's get as many early blocks as we can. We got 5. Do we have 6? We got 6. Lovely. Let's count. We've got 3 here. We got plenty. We don't have to trigger anything. Let's just save it all. There's no reason not to. No reason not to. You might, I was realizing before, I was like, oh, let's trigger Trusk only when we really need to, because we'll get the passive regeneration anyway. This would have been a pretty nice time to have triggered Krodor and Olag too, but now we can just use the other guys. Let's get a freeze out of Hearts. This is definitely the moment we want to use Trusk. Look how many guys are getting through. Let's see. All right, trigger. So now he'll have 5 block, and let's count the other side. Do we need to trigger Isolde? So it looks like we've got, is this 5 or 6? I think this is 5. Yeah, I think we're good. Avalon will block 5. We can hold Isolde. Yes, perfect. Is that exactly 5? Yes, okay, I nailed that. And now we can get triggers again with the big boys. Krodor, you got to wake up, my man. Come on, let's trigger Olag. You see, Krodor's doing just fine in the lesser gear. Still solid gear, but certainly lesser. I mean, one of those was that defense bonus amulet, I think, that we had. And we're in pretty good shape. Everyone's looking nice and healthy. I'm definitely worried about Trusk over here, but hopefully he holds on. Let's get a freeze. Do we want to trigger Isolde? I think we do. How many people are about to get through? That's 4, 5. Can't tell. It's super hard to count. They really could make this all more visible. I think we have to. I'm not risking it. Might have been a mistake. That could be if we run an auto, that's a place to pick it up. I actually think clearly I could have done it, right? That's 4, that's 5. So that's good to know. So that was at about, if we do want to do one more run, that was just after the 2-minute mark, about 150 or so. But doing good. Trusk is alive. He's doing his best. Yeah, maybe, definitely feels like you're going to want Northerners. He needs to get that ult up quick, though. Come on now. Keep an eye on all the ultimates. That's S+. Trusk, you got to hold on, big boy. You got to hold on. No reason to trigger. It's only 4. Same up there. We need Trusk. Come on, buddy. He blew it. Can we get that just in time? All right, we're going to get our first people squeaking through. I think he can still pick these guys up from behind. No, he can't. So, oh, he did. See that? because he does this thing where he pushes them back. So we are still blocking this guy. We're getting 4 people coming through now. It's going to all fall apart. But at least we're ready with Olag and Krodor exactly at the right time. Asola's about to die, and she does die, and that is tragic. You see, she could have held on for just longer. That'd be 4 more deaths. So this is totally thrown off right there. It's actually a good thing to notice. If we can, if we could soup up her gear just a bit, we'd be in much better shape. So that is a change I will make. Now the whole thing completely falls apart. Geez Louise. Gonna have to rethink. I definitely need to give this one more attempt, no question. Totally falling apart, not even getting our triple S. Some stuff to think about. Alrighty guys, let's give it a go for attempt number 3. If you want some behind the scenes, I was doing this live on Twitch. I had to cancel my stream, and this happened before on Hellfire Emperor. There's, with the little fiery minions, the graphics, my computer or the stream or whatever, it cannot handle it, and it was going to crash the stream. So we're offline now. I'm all by myself, but I have a plan. We moved a bit more gear around. We're going to use now Isolde in the back. She seems like our squishiness. We put slightly better gear on her. We also gave her the +10 Olag's Wall, Bastion Rings. Now we've got a +5 one. I put my remaining Mithril into one of the +3 ones. That's going to be on Krodor. I think Krodor will do just fine. Let's give this a go. We'll do a lot of fast forwarding here, really to focus up on the key parts. Hopefully this is it, attempt number 3. Let's get that top 100. So, initial deployments. We'll do Krodor here. No reason, I think, not to scooch everybody up a bit. So we'll get Trusk there. Here comes Olag. We'll get Hearts here. Let's get Avalon here. And then Isolde, you can take up the rear. So yeah, we'll do the same thing. We'll wait, let this first wave go through, then we'll trigger the ults. We'll be through onto the boss rush, and we're going to give it our darndest. All right, there we go, onto the boss rush. Come on, let this be the ticket. Let's go. I will say I'm also hoping that with the new sprout, not only we're going to block them earlier, so then they'll be blocked earlier and then die earlier, but maybe I can see it a little bit clearer, how many, when to trigger Trusk, I don't know, or, how many Isolde is going to be taking on. Can we get away with the 4 block? Do we need to trigger the ult for the 5th? I don't know. We'll have to see. Trigger now with Olag. All right, now we can kind of focus up. Trigger with Krodor. Let's take a count. Looks like one might squeak through, but we're totally in control once again. I think having Avalon on the side is much more important. We did not need her on cleanup crew. We really want her highlighted. We need that block. This is going to be a great moment for Trusk and for Hearts. So let's wait. The duration on this. Come on. Trigger. Get some freezes. Buy ourselves some time. So let's see, what's she up against? So there, it's plain as day, you can see. I might, in another scenario, I might trigger, not knowing if this is 4 or 5. Now it's very clearly 4, right? So she's got the base 3 block, make it 4 with the Bastion Ring. We do not need to trigger the ult for number 5. Here, coming again with Krodor and Olag. Let's wait. I trigger. They do line up really well. They're basically like perfectly in tandem. It's very nice. Makes my life easier, that's for sure. Definitely keeping an eye on how much damage Trusk is going to take here. Looking good. Might want to get a freeze here because Hearts is taking a lot of damage. And now you can see it's 4 again, so we can really keep our eye on it. It's nice. I can get away again with not triggering. Perfect. So we're holding off on Isolde as much as possible. She's going to take a lot of damage, but taking damage less frequently, of course, because she's the one in the back. I think this is the best setup we've had so far. Trusk, you need to wake up, buddy. I feel like he's just off every time. That's perfect timing with Hearts for the shield, but was it too little too late? Trigger, come on. All right, definitely this is the moment we need Isolde, right? So let's count, let's see how much are going to get through. No reason to trigger Olag right now. So there you go, you can count it. It's actually 6 and a couple more squeakers, so definitely, let's wait, let's trigger. We've got this slow animation. So we're going to get our first squeakers of the day, no question. Trusk has not died yet, but he's certainly trying to. He's driving me insane. All right, time to trigger with Olag and Krodor. Trusk held on, kind of huge. Isolde held on. Some squeakers, though, so we're going to be taking a lot more damage, but I do think this is our best setup so far. Hearts is in dire straits, so let's definitely get a freeze out. Probably could have waited till a few more were being blocked. That was a mistake, but he's not going to freeze anyone anyway. Big shield, that will help. Let's see. Krodor about to drop. Krodor drops. Whole thing's going to fall apart now, but let's see how long we can get away with it. Olag's about to drop. I think somehow everything got way worse. I don't know. I'll have to play around with this. I don't have too much more time to push now. It's really too bad. There clearly is going to be a solution here. At least we did. It's crazy. This has happened before to me too, where you get the triple S early, or you get the score you're looking for early, and then you try to push a little harder, and then it doesn't happen. We did get pretty close in the end, and that's our SS+. But, dang. I guess you know what we can do? We can pick things up just a little bit earlier. I'll try one more time. We'll really speed this up this time. And I think maybe we'll go back to Avalon in the back. I don't know. It seemed to, or, you know, Hearts in the back was what worked the best. Because, yeah, he's not picking up as much block early, right, with his base of only 4 and then nothing from the ult. Well, base of 3 and then 1 plus the Bastering. We'll give that one more shot, our original strategy, with the way we've moved the gear around now, and we'll see if we can't get it done. I have decided to go a bit different with the setup now. I feel like it's just going to all be easier to see. We could pick up earlier blocks, but the whole thing was falling apart anyway, so it wasn't such a time thing and picking up a blocks thing. This way, there's certainly going to be no room for mistakes. This is going to be my last attempt, so if we get it, we get it. We were so close to that top 100. Otherwise, I'll push later on towards the end of Codex, and I'll do my best to get it, no question. But it might not be happening for this guy. But you can see, this whole thing is not working without Krodor. Like, he very much is our MVP. So big ups to him. Thank you, Krodor. All right, so don't keep doing the same thing over and over. That's the definition of insanity, right? So normally you see Krodor and Olag are coming, or Krodor's coming up, Olag's ready. Normally I'd trigger them now. I think I'm going to let him go one more time, and let's see. Like, let wait for one more wave and not block immediately. Maybe that gives us some more flexibility, because we are in decent control as it is right now. Yeah, I think that's the right call. We didn't need it there. Let's save it for the moment we really need it, which is maybe here. I don't know. Let's go. At least it's something different, right? At least it's something different. I will say, spreading it out like this, it is way easier for me to see right now, so that's certainly a good thing. Coming up on the 2-minute mark, definitely going to be using Trusk and Isolde right about now. All right, we're looking in all right shape, about as good as we could hope. Looks like we let one guy through over there. One guy just got past Hearts, so that's not too good, but it's okay. We don't need to use the ults yet. I think I'm going to try to hold on with Hearts. Definitely going to use Krodor and Olag now, though. Now it's kind of our final push and see how well we can do. It's a frustrating Codex. It's definitely not my favorite. Hearts is just taking so much damage. I actually might have to shield with him right about now. No, he just gave himself a shield. Let's wait for these guys to drop off, then we'll use the shield. The shield from his ult, not the shield from his Lord skill, the thing that appears that you guys just saw. All right, people working their way through. Trusk is about to start taking a ton of damage. Let's see how many squeakers. Tons. So definitely we're having more people that are going to reach. Let's trigger Hearts. Isolde did pick up one on the back there. It's interesting how they let that happen. I guess it's nice. It feels like a positive. Trusk is about to drop. Can he at least pick off a few of these guys? Can he hold on just long enough? Oh, he picked them all off. Okay, that's huge. But Krodor is about to die now, so another difficult situation. It's tough. The damage this is looking good, though. We're in some of our better shape, but I think Krodor is going to die. Something I could do to remedy it is maybe put some of the better gear back on him. Maybe I'll do one more attempt with that. I know I said this was my last, but this is looking pretty good right now. And I will be able to do on full auto because things are looking better. So let's see. But who knows? Maybe we're going to hold on. We're at SS+. Krodor has not died yet. He just put out his stuns. That was his path. Actually, a great guide moment. You could see, put out the stun. It's a great moment for his passive. And now drops Trusk. All right. Let's get Isolde. The whole thing's about to fall apart, so no reason not to. Krodor's holding on, though. Can he hold on a little longer? Can you hold on a little longer, buddy? Sure, Olag. All right, this is our moment. It is all about to fall apart, but at least we got the shield off with the Hearts. Let's see. How can we do? There we go. Okay, so this is our best shot so far. Come on now. Is this it? Is this top 100, please? There it is, 1-9. That's it. 191. Come on. How clutch is that? And I do think there's a bit room for improvement. Maybe when I get home later, I will do it. But that should be top 100. The drama. And you saw Krodor with those stuns, holding on, so clutch. uploading fight data. I love it. Really good. And he actually held on the whole fight. So he'd actually, the moving around wouldn't go onto him. Let's see where we got if that pushed us into that top 84. Certainly, I think we got, no, it was 192. We needed to block one more guy. Look at this, guys. How tragic is that? Well, you know, the grind continues. We missed it by almost nothing. We missed it by exactly that 10K, coming in at, what, 9,994. Geez Louise. All right, well, something to aspire to. It was pretty exciting. We'll move it around a bit more. I think I could put the better gear on Krodor. That would help. But yeah, farm up your Guardian stuff.
Hold your horses, people. Fasty wanted to share that he managed to get 86th place in Hellfire after filming. You make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the dedication this man brings.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Really happy with Krodor. Total MVP for me. I really hope people didn't miss out on the fusion and then don't watch this guide and regret it. I said very explicitly he was going to be S+ for this codex, and I think pretty freaking obviously he was. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Fastidious. If you like my stuff, like it. Let me know in the comments. Do you think I'm going to get top 100? Do you have any suggestions? I'm not perfect at this codex, so let me know. Let me know what you think of Krodor. Share it with your mother. I'll see you real soon.
Fastidious.